This is Seema Chandra and she thrives on all things food. She nourishes her recipes yet trims the fat, always with a friendly chat, and then she eats guilt-free. This week, Seema Chandra reinvents classics with a friend who shares her philosophy on food.
This is Divya Burman, my internet buddy. We share food, we download techniques, we trade experiences. For us, the sensory and the virtual are seamless. As we cast the net in search of food, we realize that there's no such thing as an original recipe. They all begin somewhere, someplace. But thereafter, we allow our taste buds to take that recipe to a place where we can call it our own. For Divya, cooking is not an event. It's part of her everyday. And her friends and family know how good she is. What pleases me is that nutrition is very high on her list. She always thinks about how much and when. Divya, you and I met all over again in cyberspace.
Yeah.
You run a blog, Foodie by Nature, which is, I find it absolutely fascinating. Because you try something out, you try out a good recipe, it works well, and there it is on the internet. You know, not many people share their food, if you know what I mean. How did it start?
You know, Seema, honestly, I just started this as a platform for me to put in my own recipes, and that was really the thought in the beginning. It was only later that I said, let me create a beautiful group. Since the recipes are coming out good, I can photograph them. Maybe I can invite other people to be able to try them out as well.
I sometimes like reading the comments a lot.
Exactly.
So often this happens on a cookery website, that it's one thing to read the recipe. But then when you see people saying, I did this with this, I changed this around.
It works.
It just makes it more, it layers the thing.
In fact, that's something that I love doing as well when I'm seeing other people's recipes. The recipe does come on, but I'm waiting for 2-3 people to try it, and then they say it worked out beautifully for me. And then I say to myself, theek hai, there's this should work for me.
So you get endorsed, the whole...
Exactly, yeah.
So Divya, we've both got little brats at home. And you know, they love eating what they can get their hands on, and these days it's a lot. So what I try to do for them is, and I'm sure you do it, you cook for your children all the time.
Yes, I do.
Is to try and replicate things that you get outside. And if you can do it, at least I feel I know what's going in. So this is guilt-free in the sense that it's not low fat. At least you know what you're putting in the recipe.
Definitely.
And I am actually trying to work around with it. But I have to tell you the story about Cinnabons. I admit that I have actually gone to airports and picked Cinnabons and carried them in my handbag. This is an honest confession. I love them so much. You do too?
They are so delicious, and my kids just love them.
Something about
it. You know, my only problem with Cinnabons is that as much as my kids love them, I'm not particularly dying for them to eat something that is not healthy in some way or the other. And I really wish there was some way to make them a little healthier, something that I can give to my children where I know that it's not all guilty stuff inside.
So brilliant. You know what? You're just my perfect guest today.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So Divya, this is really easy stuff. What I'm going to do is you make Cinnabons with flour.
Right.
What I do is I add paneer to the flour. So I'll just give you this and you can mix this. You need a full tablespoon of soda. After the soda, I add baking powder. And salt, as you know with most baking dishes, about a teaspoon of salt. Will you just whisk that for me? Take, it's all approximate, about this big a chunk of paneer. To the paneer I add buttermilk, then mix it. I add a tablespoon of vanilla essence, a little sugar, a little bit of butter, and then I add the flour mixture into this. The most crucial step here is to mix it in short bursts for about 20 seconds. Remember not to overwork the dough. There we go, Divya. So short bursts and you're ready. Okay, now I can't claim to be superb at this. Sticky dough. sticky dough, I'll use lots of and so I'm just going to roll it out. Now Divya, here, you know, this has to be 12 inches by 15 inches, and I try to be precise.
You got a perfect dough.
Yeah, the dough is perfect. It just feels right. As I roll out the dough according to precise measurements, I enjoy nothing more than having an avid listener.
This is now substituted for
no white sugar.
regular white sugar.
So about 3/4 cup. Then I take some brown sugar and add some cinnamon. Cinnamons became world famous because apparently the quality of the cinnamon that they use is from this cassia tree somewhere in Indonesia. Of course, we can't get that. Divya, what I do is, this is your green cardamom powder. I just feel it adds a lovely tinge. And we're done. Will you do that? I'll just pour some butter.
This is actually the perfect weather for cinnamons.
Just see how cold it is. The butter is... So what I do is about 2 tablespoons of butter. So that's it. You just sprinkle it all over. Divya, the thing about packeted stuff from the market is I have no problems with it, but you never know how long it's been lying around for. Do you get that sort of...
A lot of times, I mean, you can't really compare to freshly baked. You know exactly how much time you've had it for. I mean, there's no comparison.
Divya, I think it's good to be a little neat in the kitchen. So I'm going to put my hair back. And as you go along, if you feel it's a little wet, I don't like to pinch the sides, even though
It's already sealed.
yeah, it's sealed. And what I will do is just seal this.
Just pinch it.
Pinch it.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.